The main event is a rematch,
Ooh-wee.
and that is going to be Beterbiev and Bivol. And Beterbiev got the best of that exchange last go around, and Bivol's looking to kind of reclaim some titles. And at this point, if he can get through Beterbiev, Bivol does the same thing. He's already an established name,
Mm-hmm.
and I really got super familiar with him when him and Canelo went at it, and
Yep.
Canelo just Bivol was just way too much man, and he
Too
manhandled
much.
Canelo.
Yeah. Way too much.
And so Bivol at that point, if he wins there, I'd like to see him fight Benavidez. I'd like to see him uh maybe go another opportunity with Canelo. I don't know if Canelo would fare better or worse or the same. Hard to tell right now.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to see if and what he's learned since that fight against Bivol. But who knows? We're kind of getting ahead of ourselves. Julio, I'm gonna ask you this, man. Who do you think wins this fight, Beterbiev or Bivol, and
Man,
why?
the first one was so good. It was so good, and it was really close too. And I don't disagree with the judge's decision on that to give it to Beterbiev. He was outboxing him. I think this go around, if Bivol does enough to win that fight or convincingly win the fight, I think that they're building this up to be a number three, kind of like one of those,
A trilogy?
a trilogy fight, and it's going to be one of those fights that everybody looks forward to. I know I'm looking forward to this fight. This is one of those big fights that was an awesome fight to begin with. The first one was great, and now we get a second go around at this to see two guys that are at the top of their game to literally go at each other and see what we can see who's going to come out on top. See if the other
Mhm.
person was able to learn from his previous mistakes and see if they're able to take advantage of those mistakes. And you can't take anything away from the winner too. They were already gone against you once. They already kind of understand the way your thought process works and how you're scheming in order for you to try to win the fight. So they have a better understanding of their opponent. So it's going to be very, very interesting. But I do feel like Bivol will come into this fight with a more of an edge, more of something to prove. And if he does in fact go in there and take him out, I see this being set up for a trilogy fight um, very, very soon in the future. So,
Yeah, man. I can see Bivol coming in way more aggressive this go
yeah.
around. I think the last fight he was a little bit more patient and calculated,
Mhm.
and I think as he got down on the cards, it kind of hurt him. He was trying to play catch up at that point. I do think this go around he's going to be like to hell with it. I
Yeah.
already know what to expect. This go around, I'm gonna just go a little more balls to the wall, be a little more aggressive.
And you do tend to get those better fights after you've had one big fight and then decide to run it back, as we like to say. You tend to get those better fights. Why? Because the guys already know each other. They're not having to fill each other out to
Right.
see who's going to do what and who's going to make what move and this and that and the other. They kind of have a good understanding of each other. And because of that, you'll get a more explosive fight, more aggression on both sides. You'll see the guys trying to basically tear each other's heads off coming right out of the gate. So I don't see them being very timid either one, and I think it's just going to make for a great, great main event fight.
Yeah, I don't think this is gonna be round one of the second fight. I think this is gonna be round 13. We're just gonna pick up where we left off,
Pretty
basically.
much, yeah.
So it'll be exciting to see how they end up playing this fight. Who did you say was gonna win that fight?
Bibble.
Bivol. You got a
Mhm.
prediction? Knockout,
Um,
decision?
if he comes out as aggressive as we all know he can be, because we've seen him fight before. Again, I didn't really know too much about Bivol until he fought Canelo, to be honest with you. Didn't know much about him or his record or anything. But after that, kind of like everybody else, kept a close eye on it because of how well he was able to dominate Canelo. Again, you're talking about two different weight classes, a guy that's way bigger than Canelo that just kind of outmatched him altogether. So it's understandable from that standpoint, but at the same time, it's like, man, this guy was able to annihilate Canelo, make him look like he was, way under. I wouldn't say not underskilled, but I would just say just too small for him. You could literally tell that during that fight, and so I paid a lot of close attention to him after the fact, um, and the dude is well rounded and very, very aggressive, super fast hands. And if I had to make a prediction, and knowing that he's already fought Beterbiev the first time around, I would say that this is going to be a knockout fight.
Ooh.
And I will say that round 8 or 9 is where we're going to see that knockout.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna go opposite of you. I'm gonna say Better BF wins this, and I'm gonna say it's again another close decision.
Okay.
And maybe it sets up a trilogy, maybe it doesn't.
Playing it safe, but I see you. I see
I
you.
mean, every time we do fight predictions, I'm usually more right. So
Oh, okay. Hey,
is
I'm not
it
gonna
safe
argue with you.
or is it just strategery?
I would say it's safe, but
You
hey,
never know. You never know.
you do what you do.
Yeah. And all I do is win, no matter what. Anyway, man, yeah, it'll be a good card full of fights.
Mhm.
We'll definitely be supporting GP Zone. Best of luck
Always,
to him.
always.
Best of luck to all the fighters out there making it do what it do for our entertainment. We absolutely do appreciate it. So
Hell yeah.